Hello everybody, Mr. Lego Lover 55 here, and welcome to a long overdue video. Today, I'm finally showing you how to build Phoenox V2. Now, a how-to for the original Phoenox design does exist on my channel. However, that is the original design. This is the more iconic design featured in series such as A Hero's Quest and Phoenox, the final I got them mixed up. In Phoenox, Book 1, the CCBS Apocalypse. Sorry, I got the two confused. I got Final Chronicle on my mind, I'm sorry. It's coming, I swear, it's coming, I'm working on it. And yeah, for some reason way back when I originally updated this guy, I never made a how-to for some reason. It feels like something I should have done, and yet I didn't. Not until now. We're gonna fix that today. But before we begin, I will note I'm going to leave a little link in the description, or maybe it's a code or something, I'm not sure. That'll be used for a Bricklink wanted list. So if you click on it or enter it into Bricklink or something, I don't know how it works, I'll figure it out. It should put a wanted list on your account of all the pieces you need to build this version of Phoenox. You know, I just figured I'd do that instead of, you know, naming every single part that's in this MOC. Kind of just want to make that easy on all of you. So if you go in the description, you find the link or whatever it is, get the wanted list on your Bricklink account. You should be able to easily, hopefully, find parts and add them to your cart. So you're welcome. Again, if you even want to build Phoenox, which I don't know, hopefully you do. But anyways, I've done enough talking. Let's just get straight into the frickin' how to build video. Okay, so we're gonna make this simple and build this in little modules. So we're gonna start with the chest area. So we're first gonna need one of these little doodads. Then we're gonna take these two little new red Technic pins. Gonna take one of these black 3-long axles, these two red Technic half beams, and these two silver studs. So we're first gonna wanna take this red Technic piece, put that in like so. Then we're going to take these Technic half beams, put one on that side, one on the other. We're going to plop these Technic pins in these pinholes here on the front, both of them, so we should have something like that now. And then on the sides here, we're just going to place these studs in these loose pinholes. These really don't actually serve any purpose. It's just a sort of just to have some filling. And congratulations, you've completed your first little module. You can just throw that off to the side now. We don't need that right now. Alrighty, the next thing we're gonna go ahead and grab here are two of these. Also gonna grab this Glatorian neck, this 5-long light bluish gray axle. Honestly, if you have this piece in black, that'll probably work better. Gonna need one of these black 4-long axles, not to be confused with the 3-long ones. And then we'll also need one of these in red. And then we'll need this G2 head. So we're gonna start simple. Just attach this Glatorian neck to this G2 head, like so. Bam. We're gonna take this 7-long axle like so. We'll center it later. You're gonna want to get these Technic half beams on either side of this axle like so. And then we're gonna want to get this 4-long axle in there, and then this whatever you want to call this piece, I'm not really sure. It's got a bunch of holes on different sides though. So we got that in, we push the axle in so it's secure, should end up with something like this. And we'll just go ahead and put that off to the side for now. Now we're gonna start working on the lower body. So we're gonna go ahead and take one of these. Gonna take two of these ball joints here, and these are the ones where the hole goes all the way through. And we're gonna take this red 4-long axle. So we'll just place the axle in like that. Put these Technic half beams on either side, well, both sides, and then place the ball joints on the ends of those axles. And you should end up with something like this. We'll let's just put that off to the side for now. Actually, scratch that. We're gonna need that because we're not done yet. We're gonna build off of this. So we're gonna want to get one of these ball joints here. With this is one of the ones where the axle hole doesn't go all the way through. You're gonna want to make sure the open side faces just downward there, just so it's not a problem with stability. Then we're gonna take another one of these little newer style Mata hands. We're just gonna place that on top. Bam, this is essentially his waist articulation, which I'm not super happy with, but it works, you know. We're then gonna get one of these 4 long axles here. We're just gonna place that in like so. Gonna get whatever you call these, you know, these in black, you know, this part. I'm not an expert with Technic parts, man. I thought I was, but I'm really not. We're then gonna take one of these parts and then I believe just place it on the end here. Just put it through like that. We're then gonna get one of these blue pin axles here. Just put it in like so. And then I'm just gonna put this off to the side for a second so I can take the time to grab some more parts. So we're gonna wanna grab 2 of these little L brackets here, as well as this 4 long black axle. Gonna need one of these red Technic bushings, one of these red axles, the 2 long, and using what we just got, we'll use this L bracket, put this 2 long axle in there, take this 4 long, just stick it through there like so, place this red bushing right through there, and now we can go ahead and put this on the other little assembly we got. So but make sure the red axle goes through that that bottom part there, and then we're going to take that other L bracket to lock all of this in place. So just place it on the other side so that we got a little symmetrical thing here. And it's still going to be loose, that's okay. We're going to fix that later. And by later, I actually mean right now. So we're going to take one of these pieces, these parts, you know, I don't know what to call them. Going to place that on this back axle there. Then we're going to get one of these connectors here and just put that on the back. Should have something a little like this. Gonna get a 2 long axle, stick that there in at the top. Gonna grab this piece here and just place it in just like that. Don't go all the way. We will push that in just yet because of course we need to get one of these bushings to add some filler. We're just gonna kind of just hold it there, and then we can push down so that it locks that bushing in place. We're gonna take this time to grab a few more pieces. We're gonna get these 2 Technic half beams like that, one of these, and actually another one of those, 2 of those 3 long axles in black. So with these 2 axles, we're just gonna place them into these this Technic beam here, attach this little assembly to the thing we were building before, just in like that, and then use that other Technic beam to sort of lock that little assembly in place. So far you should have something like this. And if you've made it this far, great job. You're doing great. I'm giving a thumbs up, but it's not fitting in the frame. You get what I'm doing. So then next, we're gonna take this little assembly we made and bring something we've already made over, this little thing. Gonna take these 2 assemblies and just connect them together like that. Putting that module aside for now, we're gonna grab a few more parts. Another one of these L brackets. We're actually just gonna grab the rest of those, just the other 2. Grab our last 3 long Technic axle, as well as 2 of these light bluish gray Technic half bushings. And so what we're gonna do here is actually just gonna place that in there like that. So we have that. We're gonna get our other module here, the rest of the torso that we've been kind of putting together. We're gonna place this in here. This is sort of near the top. So now we have that on that side. However, it's gonna try and fall out. So that's where this other L bracket comes in. And we just place that on the other side. Actually, wait, scratch that. I messed up. I know, rare Mr. Lego Lover 55L. So I'm sorry, before we actually put this L bracket in here, we're gonna take this other little module before. Hey, remember this? It's like the chest part. So we're gonna actually place that there, and then we place it in like that. And then we get that other part, the other L piece, and we just put that in so it's locked in place, just like that. Okay, and I'm actually realizing I just made this a little bit harder for myself, but it's still possible to do what we're trying to do here. But we're gonna grab one of these connectors. We're just gonna like hold it in place here between like these L bracket parts that we just put in, and we're gonna grab 2 of these 2 long red axles, and we're just gonna lock that connector in place between those 2 L Technic beams. So it should look something like that. Oh yeah, and then remember those 2 Technic half bushings I had us grab earlier? Yeah, those just go here to cover up some of those exposed axles here on these sides. Those are gonna just be there. Don't do it with the front one. Do it on the one behind it. So we should have something like that. So yeah, looking neat so far. Okay, now if you've made it this far, congratulations. The hardest part of this build is over. This was probably the most complex parts. The torso's not done yet, but we're basically just going to be adding a bunch of little modules to it, and a lot of them are pretty easy, so it should be a straight shot from here. So we're going to start with some of the side paneling here. So we're going to grab one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, and we're just going to start putting them together like so. Put that ball joint in. We're going to put this light bluish gray Technic pin axle there. Then put this here like that, and we're actually just gonna make 2 of those. So yeah, very simple. Throw those to the side for now. We're next gonna wanna get this, 2 of these, one of the egg beams, one of these, and one of these. So we're gonna just start with this Technic axle in dark bluish gray with a stopper. Keep in mind, that's important. Just gonna put this ball joint through to the end there. Gonna grab this red bushing here as well and just push that through to the end. Push this half Technic beam through, and then we got the egg Technic beam, or egg-shaped one. So this one's got a few different holes. Make sure you put it through the middle hole there, so it's that sort of top one of these 3 holes. So make sure you do that so the bottom one lines up with the bottom hole. Then get that other half Technic beam, put it in like that, and then get the half Technic bushing, just put it on the end there. And that blue pin axle, just put it in there on the top like so, and bam, you got that. And you're actually going to want to build a second one of those so that you have 2 of these in total. And we can just put those off to the side for now. Actually, scratch that. We're going to need those right now because we're just going to go ahead and add all of those little modules that we just built onto the main body, the main torso. So we have these things. These should line up with these axles here near the bottom. Just line them up. Bam, you got that side, you do the other side, just like that. So you got that covering up some Technic stuff. And then you got these things. These are basically where the arms attach, so we just put that in, and just put those on both sides, and bam, you got like a pretty nice torso so far, but we're not done yet. If we flip this around to the back, we're actually gonna finish off a part I forgot to finish off earlier. We're gonna get another one of these, have it upside down like that, and just put it in the top like so, locking in that Technic bushing a little bit better. And while we're looking at the back, we're gonna grab these 2 parts. We're just gonna place those on these blue pins here. We're then gonna grab 2 of these parts, attach those to the things that we just attached to the body. These ones are a bit hard because these pieces are a bit newer, but nothing I'm sure anyone watching this video can't handle. So then you have these little things that are just kind of loosely, that just kind of wiggle around like that if you move them. They got friction, of course, but you know. And these are to attach the little shoulder spikes that Phoenox has, which we'll actually just go ahead and do right now. These are just the invasion from below spikes or claws, depending on what you want to call them, in silver. And they just attach on just like that, like so. And you can move them around. You know, you can have them out like that, or you can kind of fold them back just like that. Very cool for storage. And the rest of this should be pretty simple, you know. You got the armor piece that you can just put on these red Technic pins from the chest. Should be pretty easy. And then we get the eye stalk, of course, put that in the G2 head, put the 2 long axle in there, and then the mask goes on. But you know, if you're a Bionicle fan, you gotta save the mask for last. But as a result, you should end up with a fully completed Phoenox torso. So congratulations, you did it. You get a big thumbs up from me. All right, so I'm not gonna spend that much time on the arms. You see the parts here, they're pretty standard. It's all CCBS, no fancy Technic or any of that. It's literally just a bunch of CCBS ball and joint stuff. So I just click all of that together, put that on, and bam, you got yourself an arm. Oh, and in case it wasn't obvious, make sure you build the second one, because Phoenox has how many arms? That's right, 2 arms. Great job, you passed the kindergarten. All right, now the legs are pretty basic. However, things get a little bit a little bit more spicy than the arms. We got some system parts, as you can see here. Going into the build here, it's again, starts off fairly simple. You know, you got your standard CCBS leg with your standard CCBS armor shells here, of course, but where things get a little bit more complicated, and I say complicated in quotes, is because it's really not all that complicated. You put a Technic pin here on near the top of the leg. You get one of these parts, and this is mostly just for filler and just kind of, you know, sort of bulking out the leg, you know, not just making it just a standard flat CCBS leg just on the back. We're gonna take some of these light bluish gray Technic pins here, just put them, fill those other pinholes there on the back of the leg, and then just putting that to the side for a second, we're gonna go ahead and build this little sub-assembly here, where we basically just have one of these 1x4 curved plates, tiles, what would you call them? I don't know. You place this thing on the back of it, make sure it's like on the bottom there, get this red spike, and then you're gonna need one of these Baraki teeth in red, and you just place that there at the bottom. I like to have the teeth facing inwards towards the leg, and when I mean in towards the leg, I mean just like, you know, in towards the leg, because we're just gonna slap this on the back of the leg just like so, you know, covers it up a bit. And we're basically just gonna do the same thing for the other leg, but of course mirrored. So then the backs of the leg should look a little something like so, and that just fell over again. Okay, and now here comes the fun part. We get to put everything together. You probably don't even need to watch this part to, you know, figure out how to do it. Oh shoot, I actually put this on the wrong side. Whoopsie. Oh my gosh, I should know how to do this. But you know, I still gotta show it in the video because it's extremely, wow, I built that wrong. How did I do that? Oh my gosh, bruh. But yeah, you should end up with a little something like this. And then, of course, last but not least, we put on the mask, like so. And bam, you have your very own up-to-date version of Phoenox who's ready to partake in epic narrative battles and grapple with the eternal questioning of the meaning of his own existence. But yeah, finally, after all this time, you guys finally have an official source to put this guy together. You don't have to DM me to get me to send photos of Phoenox here deconstructed so you can get a look at his build. That does not sound weird out of context. But honestly, I really should have done this sooner. I don't know why I put it off for so long. Gonna be real, I don't know if anyone's actually gonna build Phoenox here. If anyone does, make sure to, like, you know, follow me on like one of my socials and like tag me, or like message me on the Discord server I've got or whatever. There are some things I would change with him, but like overall, I'm generally really happy with the build. And if any of you get the chance to build him, like actually, I hope you enjoy the build as well. Again, I'm gonna leave a Bricklink parts list, so if you wanna buy all the parts off Bricklink easily, or just make a wanted list for Bricklink, that's going to be down in the description somewhere. I haven't figured out how that works, but I will. I swear I will. But anyways, I think that pretty much covers everything I wanted to cover in this video. So yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and keep building.